Greetings and welcome to Destiny and Dice. We're currently in our short story long campaign. We're gonna jump right in as there are no announcements for us today. So, when last we met, while curiosity has been known to be unkind to cats, it has been outright deadly to the Shadow Slayers as they've explored the Cannith facility of Whitehearth, located in the Mournland of Corvair. Having recently arrived in an overly large dual bay workshop, the party stumbled into two former shipmates of Bruce, who have been thought dead for many years. But they seem to have lost their memories, though they still found love and have recently given birth to a baby boy. While taking a few moments to either collect themselves or to further investigate what's happening to the couple, some of the more curious Shadow Slayers wandered off. Having been investigating and learning more about Project Glass Dragon, Rix, Cherry, and Nyx took it upon themselves to insert some Eberron shards into the control panel of the dragon-headed construct. Sparks flew, but only Jalira sustained minor damage, while Nyx and Rix managed to avoid it completely and were even able to disengage the shards to prevent it happening again. Bruce was less than pleased with the idea of them messing with a potentially world-ending machine, and wasn't particularly comforted when he was told it wasn't responsible for the morning, but probably the cause of Rose Quarry's destruction. On voicing his opinion, Jalira skulked away and began repairing what she could in hopes of using the device to aid them in the coming battle with the Emerald Claw. Meanwhile, Z found out that Odiana, and probably Colin, were under the effect of the Gesh spell, bound to work on the ship or suffer pain. When questioned who put them under the spell, Colin could not answer, but Odiana offered a description of who she remembered. She had blood-red hair and was missing a hand, which immediately had the Shadow Slayers calling a family meeting. In the meeting, Callista Stormcrow, the pirate captain responsible for the destruction of the Enchantress Song and her crew, and now Colin and Odiana's imprisonment, was added to the party's threat list, a list that seems to be constantly growing. In the closing moments of our last session, as the party was discussing the above-mentioned threats, subject A1131 was brought up, as if hearing them discuss her, the party found illusory figures of her standing next to each Colin and Odiana. Which is where we will begin today's session. Shadow Slayers, what would you like to do? You are all currently still in the bubble of Jalira's rope trick.
And I am holding the baby and standing in the entrance.
Alright. So
we've all noticed this, correct?
Correct.
Nyx is going to kind
Bruce
of...
is gonna, look at everybody.
Okay. What's Nyx
gonna
do?
Rush out and do something?
What's Nyx gonna do, Aaron? Or Moonscar?
We can't hear you, Rix.
Oh. Moonscar, what was Rix gonna do? Or not Rex, Nyx. Names! Wow, I'm screwing myself over. That's a bit of karma, huh?
Gonna do is she is basically going to be like, she's gonna kind of mentally go into her mental space and go to see Seek and be like, all right, it's like, I'm ready now, if you are, kind of thing. Yeah.
Not where I thought this was going to go. Okay. Cool.
You just placed an immediate threat to us, right there.
She's like, all right, I'll take whatever power. We're good. I'm willing to take this rage I'm feeling right now and just use that for a bit.
Okay, so... Wow, this can take a minute.
Sorry.
What's the rest of the group doing?
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there.
Do they look like they're just astral projections of herself, or they look like physical manifestations of her?
They look like physical manifestations of her. They don't seem to actually be touching anyone, and they seem to be barely floating off the floor.
Okay.
It's trying to make eye contact with the group to see what everyone's reaction is and kind of silently get everyone on the same page.
Okay. I only see two, right?
What do we do?
What do we do? with the Klondike bar. Sorry.
We deal with this problem and then worry about the rest.
Jalira looks like she wants to just jump down, rush out, and save them, but at the same time, she looks paralyzed with fear. So
Bruce is
that's
gonna
where
like
she's
put a
standing.
hand up to the group, like to signify wait, and he's gonna go to head out.
I'm going to take out my crossbow and well, I don't
Shoot
have my
him
crossbow
right in
anymore,
the-
do I? I think I gave it to Shalira.
I think I gave it back.
No, I gave it to you to keep because I know. I think you might have given it back to me, but I wasn't doing much with it.
I have a crossbow, so that's what I have.
Yeah, I can only use it as a normal crossbow right now. I'm not attuned to it because I have a million other things I'm attuned to. All right, no, but I'm going to hold an Eldritch Blast and wait for Bruise's signal.
I'm gonna move to the other side of the thing and hold the baby.
Oh, good idea. Baby!
It has baby. I'm not rushing out to fight anything because I have a baby in my arms.
Would it help if we found Z? So
Can I do an insight check or what do we need to do to determine if that's an
Can we get
apparition?
Can we get Odiana to toss her the thing to make the baby the barnacle?
To be fair,
I'm
Z
sorry.
is still the best choice to hold on to the baby, even
Yeah.
if it's a baby barnacle.
Yes.
What did Kisrael ask?
What can I roll to make sure my character knows that it's an apparition, not real? Are you having trouble hearing me?
Would that be
Sorry, no,
insight?
like there was multiple people talking. That's the only thing I couldn't hear you for.
Investigation?
I'm trying to. Okay, it's not where I expected Nyx to go this early. Got it. Still kind of throwing me there. Kisrael, go ahead and roll me a insight check. Yeah, we'll go with insight. Seems real enough.
Oh, and you're already.
Bruce, you said you were moving to the entrance of the portal?
Yep.
Okay. Nyx, while in this state, you have no idea what's happening around you. So I'm going to come back to you in a moment.
Okay.
Bruce, you approach the edge of the portal. What do you do?
He's basically gonna kind of look for a second. I guess verify that what they've seen happening is what's continuing to happen. She's just following them and being weird. And then he's gonna hop down out of the portal.
Colin sees you hopping out of the portal, turns to you. As soon as he turns to you and you hop out of the portal, the one next to him disappears.
Look over.
Like Colin will look at you. What's the look on your face? How are you trying to? Are you trying to hide emotion? Are you just trying to be casual?
No, I think he's kind of at the ready. So he probably has at least partially severe look on his face.
Okay. Weapon in hand or not?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So Colin will see your face and then see where you're looking, and he will turn and look. And just what in the hell's? And Odiana's like, what? And then
Calm down.
she'll turn and look at what Colin's looking at. And the figure will kind of just take a step back from Odiana, turn and look at each Odiana, Colin, and you in turn, and then disappear.
Bruce is gonna look back up into the space, and I don't know who's ever nearest. Make eye contact with them.
That would be me.
Guara and
Oh.
Rix.
Yeah, I said I was peeking through holding an Eldritch Blast ready. I look to Bruce. Well?
I don't know. Doesn't seem like she stuck around, but I don't know what that means.
Oh, I think it means she's threatening us. And I kind of glance, still staying within the rope trick so that Colin can't see me, but looking down at Bruce, but kind of glance in Colin's direction and then glance back to Bruce and be like, he's got a mark. She's gonna want it.
Does she want all marks? Does she want ones that will help her?
I think she won't discriminate if she thinks it's going to give her some sort of power. I think she wants out. And the more marks she gets, it's likely the higher chance for her getting out.
Okay, but if they've been up here the whole time, why hasn't she done something before?
Maybe she had no reason to reach this far, or maybe
She couldn't.
she couldn't. We could have woken her up. I mean, the door was shut, and I don't think it's shut anymore.
I mean, Brotor got here a couple months ago.
Just saying, I don't think she got out before. Broto was also in there, and she was working her way toward him, I imagine. DM, real quick. Was she unconscious when we arrived in that room? Because I think you mentioned that she was when we first got to the cell, right?
Yeah, her eyes were closed.
Her eyes were
I
closed.
don't think we've ever, other than Bruce, I don't think anyone's ever seen her with her eyes open.
Right.
Or no, Bruce didn't even see her open her eyes. He just saw her smile.
Yeah.
Rix has seen something that's like her with her eyes open.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we've seen projections of her, but her physical body we've never seen.
Yeah.
Other than Bruce seeing her smile, I don't think we've seen any activity out of her physical body.
Right. Okay.
Correct.
Vix is going to be like, I think she's hasn't really had real motive for to get out. Real reason. It's likely she was going to get to Broto eventually, but she didn't realize how useful his mark might be to her.
It just might take time.
I don't think we can waste any more time, though. I think we need to go and take care of that now.
No, I meant, like, I think
Oh.
it might take her time to reach out.
Yeah, but we should nip her in the butt.
Well, I meant that's probably why she hadn't gone Brotor yet, is it probably takes her time. I mean, I'm guessing, because if she could snatch it up quickly, I doubt, even if she couldn't snatch it up, even if she didn't know what his mark was, I doubt she would have taken her time getting there if she could move faster.
Possibly, but
I mean,
she
from
was
what you guys have seen-
pulling the mark off of Nyx's face.
Well, that's because Nyx ran into her power for her to reach out that far.
But we don't know where else she might have power.
Bruce looks at the forge.
The forge is open. It's still burning. Like Odiana, in like shock of seeing her, almost like had her hand up to throw a hammer when A113 made eye contact directly with her, looked at Colin and then looked at you, and like that was enough to like make her freeze for a second before she just knee jerked through the hammer. And then when the whole thing was over, Colin ran over to her and she just kind of dropped the hammer, and they're kind of embracing, looking around, trying to figure out what just happened.
Bruce is still going to eye the forge for a second and finger his...
It's a fair thing to eye. Doesn't appear to have any tendrils of energy emanating or eking out of it.
Doesn't appear to.
Hmm.
We only had that ability.
Forge again. Not unless Cherry's cleansed it.
Cherry is not only an artificer, she will slowly become an exorciser of cursed forges.
And mother of living spells. I mean, come on.
Let's just make her a forge cleric.
It's her wisdom.
From your
Probably
guys'
high.
memory,
Yeah.
back in the cell, emanating from the middle cell, which was A113's, there were streams of energy flowing into cells on either side of her, and those streams of energy were significant in size. The one that seemed to be reaching down towards the cell in which Brotor was kept in was smaller in size. And you, not that you could really tell, not having seen it previously, your best guess was that it was slowly eking down to the cell. But again, you guys were in there. There was a brief fight, and then you guys were like, let's get out of here. I don't want to be in here anymore.
According to Bruce's timelines, in the one where he spent more with Odiana and Colin, I'm guessing he would have figured out what Colin's mark was capable of. You know, because I believe in that timeline he's found out about it, and they would have discussed it at some point, and then probably in the years traveling, maybe even seen it at you. So, does Bruce have an idea as to what his mark can do?
Colin's mark allows him to project chaotic energy in the form of a chaotic bolt. As it grew, it's Colin hadn't been exposed to the opportunities that your party has been exposed to in the expansion of his power. He was starting to develop some understanding of knowledge of Kyber. Like, he was gaining, he was beginning to have dreams. He was beginning to see things, and feeling called to come below to seek out peace underground. To which Odiana vehemently would not let him do. And with the presence of an infant, he began to not use it as much. He began to shunt whatever he could away and not use it so as to not be reached to by whatever influence was communicating with him. Which, in the current timeline, with the research Bruce has done and seen that those who possess aberrant dragon marks tend to go a little crazy. That tracked.
That's not true. That's
Didn't
we're
almost.
all fine here. Hey, Cherry, can you come down and bless this forge just to be safe? He's gonna head over to Colin and Odiana since they look freaked out.
Okay.
Does anybody need any healing before I jump out of the tree?
Rick's does.
Bruce.
I don't need any. I'm going to stay up there to get as much of a rest as I can.
Bruce currently has 69 hit points, so he's fine.
Nice.
I mean, our health potions that don't normally work work up there if you want to consider it.
I also am changing my shoes and taking off the cleats of spider climb and placing them gently next to my sister, who is being strangely quiet.
As you take a moment to look at her, you kind of look at her. She's almost in like mid-action, where she stopped herself, tried to concentrate on that image, and so she's got a very strained look on her face, and she appears to be in a little bit of pain. Like, you notice like the crunching around the squinting around the eyes, a kind of slight a grimace across her face. Nyx, in the time that what's taken place outside has happened, inside, you've pulled yourself into that space and you said, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this, whatever power you want to give me. At which point, you hear nothing. Quiet. It's cold. You listen. You try to look. You strain. And then you hear, are you sure? This isn't a fear-based decision on what you saw, was it? I'm inclined to not go anywhere near that creature.
I'm angry. I will not tolerate my family being harmed. I will protect them. I'm not afraid of her. I am mad at her. We will destroy her.
How? Show me how.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Punch yourself in the face.
In response to your statement of, I don't know what you're saying to me, please hold. Yeah. Go ahead and pull up Nyx's character sheet.
Fight myself like Bruce fought himself.
It's a good potential of what's about to happen, yeah. Like, as you say, I don't know what, she just kind of reaches out and slaps you.
You just slapped herself? What? Is she physically slapping herself?
Like, Seek reaches out and slaps you. For 8 damage.
Actual damage? Dang it.
Well, we'll call it psychic damage because that's where we're at right now. How many attacks do you get per round?
2.
It's 2 and an
Depends.
unarmed strike, right?
Unless you
I have
flurry
2
blows.
actions, and I have 2 actions,
Attacks.
How
and
many key points does Seek have?
2 attacks
yeah.
and a single action, and she has a bonus action offhand attack. Or at
yeah.
least
So I
unarmed
can
strike.
I can use 3 attacks per round if I use my bonus action to.
Strike.
I don't believe
That one
14 beats your
misses.
AC, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Nope. Okay. And then she will just bonus action 3rd attack. For another 7 psychic damage.
To the rest of the party, does it look like that scene from Fight Club?
No.
Oh, I love that movie.
Kind
Your
of
turn.
she grabs the forceful mace. She'll go ahead and attack with that.
Might
Okay.
move bricks.
So
I don't know what's going on. I won't know until it's too late. And then I'll have to use that short rest not only to get a spell slot back, but to heal from my sister beating me up.
Do that as well as where's her? And then her second attack, she can also use the forceful mace again. And then she an arm strike for the bonus action.
Okay. As you lift the mace and you swing out twice at Seek, it connects. And she grunts on one side and she grunts as you hit her again. And then as you unarmed strike, reach out with either your foot or your hand and you smack her back. She takes the damage as listed above, and you also take half of that in psychic damage.
That's
Can Rick see any of this?
She
No.
looks in pain. That's all I could tell. Like psychic that's the problem with psychic damage, is that they just look like they're in pain and you don't actually see the physical damage
16,
until
24.
like he makes her nose bleed or something.
24 plus 7 would be 31. So half of 31, so 15 psychic damage to yourself.
like kind of yeah. Let's well, this is
At which point she shadow steps away from you.
does it get an attack of opportunity?
She shadow steps away from you.
Well, Shadow Step doesn't prevent attack of opportunities, I thought.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It's a teleportation.
It's a teleportation.
Okay.
If she physically moved, but the lighting in this space is dim lighting.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She shadow steps away from you 10 feet, throws out her hand, at which point you see a shadowy tendril erupt from her hand, and she proceeds to slap at you from 10 feet away from you.
Familiar shadowy tendril?
No.
No, I don't think this is another corrupted strike. I'm not groping my sister's chest, man. Come on.
Why would you grope her chest?
There are children in the audience. Oh, wow.
It's on her face.
True. Just clawing at her face.
I don't know why Rick's mind went there, but...
Well, no, it's because he's had to... Guess where Aziz is?
You feel a portion of your strength diminish, as if when she summoned the tendril, part of that living wellspring of energy that exists inside of you, your key was pulled to her. And she reaches out and she hits you once. Twice with the second time, missing with the second hand. However, she hits you with the first hand, it becomes cold damage. And you take 10 cold damage as she slaps you with the shadowy tendril. You also take a further 3 psychic damage as the tendril connects lightly with the side of your head and almost feels like it's grabbing onto you as she pulls it back.
Knock her unconscious.
As your form starts to fall, Seek walks over to you. That's not good enough. Again. And again, she shadow steps away from you, pulls on your key energy again. However, this time she's 30 feet away from you. And she reaches out with another tendril and grabs at you. Gonna do another for simplicity's sake. Take another one of your unarmed strikes. Does it work? Let's hope it hits. Otherwise,
there goes the whole point of this.
Yeah, there goes the whole point of it. 16 just beats your armor class.
Meets it.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So to the rest of us, we just saw Allie appear, walk around, then disappear, and then Nyx's eyes and mouth explode with blood, and she just falls over.
Like legit, I was gonna ask, what am I seeing at this point? I said I noticed she looked like she was in pain, and apparently she took enough
Again,
psychic damage to pass out. But
you're seeing what you've seen.
I don't think we've quite caught up with the present.
Yeah, no, you haven't quite caught up with the present yet.
Okay.
Her fight is taking
place in
its own special time place.
You've been there. You could try it out.
In my head, I am, as I'm looking at my sister, kind of unsure of what's going on. I suspect she's in that place with Seek, because where else would she be, right? And in my head, I kind of look to the traveler, or like I guess call to the traveler, and be like, "Is there anything I can do to help her with this, or is she on her own?"
D100.
Hold on, sure, just a moment.
What is your key save? Where is that? Oh my goodness. 13. Okay, yeah.
51.
Okay. So you did pass your save? So you will take half of 3d10 worth of damage. And you do not get knocked prone, and she does not pull you to her.
Okay, but I still get my uncanny dodge?
No, not for this.
Evasion. She means
evasion thing. Yeah, I'm saying the wrong thing.
Fair.
So I only take half of 50. I'm unconscious already. I don't know what we're doing because she has no hit points.
We're seeing how far under you go, I guess.
So what is your current total negative hit points?
With that, half of 15.
7 hit points is half.
7, so it makes 8.
So you're at 8 under right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your turn.
All right. So I'm still doing something. Alrighty. Come here. Why are you doing this? Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and shadow step up to her.
Okay.
Up behind her and attack with the mace twice. So. Oh my gosh.
That one. Wait.
So you shadow stepped, you have advantage, correct?
Yes, I do. So that first attack, that's advantage. Do that one. Okay. God. I thought about it and then I forgot it as we were doing.
You do your attacks. Do you do a third attack?
I can't. I shadow stepped.
Oh, shadow step, bonus step. Good option. Okay.
Zeke has more attacks than me, apparently. I don't know.
I haven't used more attacks than the 2 that I've swung at you.
She did 2 she did 2 rounds without me. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I think we're good. Better. Again, she shadow steps away from you. Try this. Or if you're feeling special and full of energy, try this. She doesn't attack you this round.
She does not. Okay. Well, she's gonna go ahead and try. Probably one of each. I don't know if she can do that. I'll go ahead. All right. Attack action on. You can spend 2 key points to cause Shadow to encircle your fists and feet. Your reach increases by 10 feet to 15 feet for that action. Okay. She'll go ahead and I don't know how many key points she has left anymore, though.
Start spending key.
Because, all right. It didn't take her key points away.
No, you just kind of felt part of that reservoir tapped into.
All right, so
It's almost as if she was showing you how to tap into that energy.
okay. So she's gonna go ahead and do that with the 2. So how far away did she move?
She moved 10 feet at first, giving you a chance to try that first ability.
Okay. So yeah, she'll go ahead and attack with that first ability.
Okay.
And that's with the unarmed strike, right?
Correct. And you do an extra D10 psychic damage.
That's if I want to add another
Oh,
key point.
right.
I don't think she has if she's going to do the other one, she doesn't have enough key points.
Okay. And then the second one?
Okay, and that's... So can she do both of these in one round?
In technical combat, is there anything that says you can only spend your key points a certain amount of times?
Okay.
In theory, your shadow, the scourging shadows is if you're fighting solely hand to hand. The shadow tendril does put a whip into your hand.
So the shadow tendril takes action to actually do. It says so. She would
That should
not
be
be able
bonus
to.
action.
Okay.
Should be. I apologize.
Thanks for the clarification. All right, and would that still be an unarmed strike type of thing? So she does
For now,
two attacks with the first part,
Mm-hmm.
and then she can do the tendril for the bonus action.
Yeah, you reach forward with both of your scourging shadow fists. They hit her. You find her moved 30 feet away from you as you then pull out the shadow tendril whip and use that to attack her. After hitting her a few times, this combat goes back and forth. You feel like you fall down. She falls down. You stand back up. She stands back. You fall down until you've got a good grasp on what this new ability means to you. Also, this space you have no problem seeing in. As if your vision itself is gaining clarity in the darkness. And at which point Rick's kind of looking at your face, like you open your eye to see Rick's kind of staring intently at you. He's kind of whispered, "Traveler." You get no response from the traveler, Rick's.
Oh, I was speaking in my head, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. You open your eyes after saying your prayer, looking at her, and her eyes just like pop open right as your eyes pop open.
Oh gosh.
You've taken no damage, and you have all of your key points back.
All of them, even the... Okay,
even the ones that have been previously spent. All of your keys seems to have recharged.
Okay.
And I will work those into a feat for you as soon as I get the time.
I understand. Sorry. Thanks, Cal. I'll, keep note of those.
I just saw Jared's comment about kids. You can now make gourmet food.
Yeah, that'll be what you get.
The middle of a fight, she creates like a 3-tiered cake.
Summon cake.
But Cherry's like a bomb in it, and it turns into a Looney Tunes thing. Happy birthday!
Your unseen servant is now a jaguar. That actually makes it less useful, but it's cooler.
We give her the druid ability to turn into a jaguar, and it's just a trio of jaguars running around. Not that the unseen servant jaguar can do much, but
And jaguars don't get pack tactics, so
Alright. I just kind of look to Nyx, and after taking a step back, like
She's like,
you good?
sorry.
You good?
Yeah, that took long. Is everything all right?
Well, it looks like the alley copies have disappeared, and well, we need to discuss our next step, which I think at this point we all agree that alley is the next step.
Take a minute to change again. She'll be like, all right. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I didn't. Yeah.
You looked like you were a little bit in pain. Do you need healing or anything?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I mean, she's like, no, long.
We'll talk later.
Uh,
Hopefully we have it later, but I mean,
yeah, we should be going.
It's a bit of a walk. I'm gonna try to rest up a little bit, but I don't have to be in here to do that.
Yeah. So are we going? Okay. Do you know what's going on? Sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. It looks like, I mean, whatever threat was out there, might have been gone for a bit, but that's all I know. Honestly, it looks Bruce would have called if he needed our help. I don't think he would. I hope he wouldn't go into that fight alone.
All right. Zeke showed me some new powers.
Really?
Yes.
Are they... Like what? Come on. Don't actually hit me with. I don't want to. I've been punched by you before and it hurts. So I mean, like.
No, it's kind of a sort of a shadow whip type of thing, and then a tendril type of thing, or even farther than that. So, it's kind of a shadowy and.
It's fine. No,
But I hit people and it's cold now.
That's going to be hopefully very useful. And I kind of just nudge her with my elbow, kind of like, and I just go, I'm like, I mean, you might probably have to use it at some point, so I guess I'll see it eventually. But it sounds like things are doing good with you and Seek.
Yes. She's like my best. She's like a friend.
You can call her a best friend. I mean, she's in your head. She knows everything that's going on in there.
She's like one of them. I have a number.
Okay. We should go and join the others. Come on.
Yes, we should.
And I climb down out of the, I start to climb down, but I pause if she wants to continue conversation.
No, just Zanim. Are you going to stay here? I think it seems like the danger's gone.
Out up here until somebody tells me what the next move is, cause baby.
Understand. All
How
right.
much longer does that have?
We were there for like maybe 5 minutes.
Z might curl up in a corner and see if she can get a quick rest.
Yeah.
Short rest.
Um,
Snuggle in the baby.
I'm going to just stick around out here for a little bit, just to keep an eye on, just to be ready if Z needs help with anything. So I'll just stick around under here.
I'm sorry.
Julia, I did see your post earlier. You are currently ritually casting Identify on the Forge. Bruce, you've approached Colin and Odiana.
Yeah, he's just kind of taking a look. They look pretty shaken, or
They look pretty shaken, but they also look, again, it's that need to work on the ship. Like, they're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Okay, should we get back to work?" And then they see you approach. Oh, Bruce, right? Bruce, that was your name, Bruce.
yeah.
Bruce, what's going on? Who was that? What was that?
Remember that crazy lady we mentioned in the basement?
That was her? She's not in the basement anymore?
Can't truthfully answer that question at the moment, but I hope so. She seems to have the ability to make projections of herself outside of where she is. And she seems to mostly use it to annoy people.
Scare them is an option, not just annoy.
Taunt.
I mean, if it's any consolation, I don't think it was meant for you to.
How long was she there? Did she do any? Could they hurt us? Did they hurt us?
Does Bruce have any idea?
Nope. Not that Bruce can tell. I mean, you saw one of them touching Odiana's hair, but since Odiana didn't react to it, odds are they couldn't really physically interact. But
I know that she like I said, she just does it to.
oh my goodness.
She's really immature. But don't worry, we're gonna actually. I think we're gonna go give her a talking to.
Good. That's good. Good. Will you be okay? Could
Me?
she hurt
Yeah.
you? Could she hurt you guys? You and your friends up there?
I think we'll be okay.
Okay. They seem to like kind of take in what you're saying and okay.
But yeah, no, you guys are good. Don't worry. We got you. But we might have to head out soon, so we unfortunately probably won't be able to provide sitter services for a bit.
Could not one of you stay?
Bruce tries to think of the most useless member of the party.
You are not useless. Stop that, Zanim.
With the amount of spells I have, I kind of am.
You know, cantrips can do some pretty dope stuff. Just saying.
But magic didn't work on her before.
It didn't
That
work
is
on the fog. We didn't.
She
I don't
fed
think we
on
could get her.
my magic, remember?
I think we'll probably need everyone.
Okay.
Watch a baby. No, I think we're gonna.
and unless she wants Jaguar babysitting, doing.
You could leave Guara here with them if you're willing to do that.
I don't think she's willing. Guara would be like, "How dare you leave me behind?"
I have this
Right.
really beautiful image in my head of the adventures of babysitting, and it's Guara and Fixer looking after an
A little homunculus
There's a webcomic.
and a jaguar companion climbing up the side of a building together with the baby and the barnacle strapped to Guara. I'd watch that movie.
Okay. When are you guys going to leave then?
I'll check with the group, but I don't think we're gonna wait too long. Maybe at most enough to get a rest in if we feel like there's time.
Have
Yes,
you eaten? Do you need food?
I've had a berry.
Look at you with
Confused.
I've heard of mighty warriors subsisting on the dew of a single ginkgo leaf, but a berry has never been brought up before. And generally, those warriors are well, not to say that your type of warrior-esque physicality is a problem. Just a berry, really? How do you survive on a berry?
Kids makes really good ones.
All Sandra.
She
There's a druid spell you can do. Well, what have you guys been eating?
Oh,
Are you-
magic. Oh,
Wait.
of course it's magic.
Are you a druid?
I was trained by a druid. Some of it is druidy.
Make you a druid?
It makes
Colin,
me.
if you can keep working on the ship, I think I'll take care of preparations for food. And Colin continues to work on the ship, and Odiana proceeds to clear off a space on the work table over here in the bottom corner, clears her tools up, wipes it up, and proceeds to pull ingredients out from under the work and starts making dough and puts together a loaf of bread into a pan that looks handmade, and she throws the pan into the forge for it to bake, and she shuts the forge.
Quietly
Would I have to roll for
kids.
concentration?
No, you wouldn't have to roll for concentration. You're good.
But that sounds seriously distracting. Where's that coming from?
Is
I
my
think
Kids,
focus
he's gonna be
right?
like, how much do you think that tastes like iron?
I have some basil left over, I think. I'll just try briefly.
As she's working on the bread, your spell does activate, and you identify a forge.
I
At
guess
least it
it
was
wasn't
ritually
right.
cast.
And I do some gesture that that I've seen people do mockingly.
Well, maybe
You-
there
you
is
don't-
a sovereign.
You don't draw the
post-
symbol
No,
of the hammer?
It'd be a silver flame mockery because that's the particular one that she feels inclined to mock.
Is there a symbol of the hammer?
Well, but she's just exaggerating the fact that she just blessed it.
Bruce is gonna look over at her.
You to make a performance check or a deception, whichever one you feel is you're better at.
Performance, because she's not really trying to deceive.
Bruce, what's your passive insight?
Okay.
Because Cherry's really gotten into this whole like religion thing.
If you'd like to roll a religion check really quick, but that's up to you if you think Bruce would.
I'd say with that performance, he's like, okay, she seems to know what she's doing.
If Nyx hears that, she kind of like. She's not gonna tell him.
Do you want to put like Anatar's symbol on it, like you did the other?
I'll get out a pen.
I mean, you know, it's like your blessing ritual. I shouldn't really like you. I'm sure whatever you felt was appropriate.
I'll work on it.
Group's getting really religious.
Can Jalira like nervously approach Odiana?
Is that another performance check to nervously approach?
No, I think Cherry's got nervously down pretty well. I think she could just auto.
She's
do that.
proficient in.
She's proficient in nervous.
Do you have like where'd that food come from?
She's like as she's mixing and kneading the dough out, she points down below the table. You see boxes that are labeled like with sugar.
Okay, I thought you like had some sort of food producing machine somewhere. There's all these boxes. I feel sick. I'm gonna go.
Like she points to those boxes and then she points to the stacked crates that you've set your rope trick on top of.
Hey, I'm gonna just I'll be over there.
Well, that's a good sign, though. It means somebody who set you up with all this stuff isn't planning on coming back right.
Are you almost out? How much do you have left?
If I've calculated everything out right, we have just over 2 months worth.
Right.
I mean,
I don't suppose you all happen to find food somewhere else in this place, did you?
Yes. Actually.
Does Kids have any of the food left? Did we grab any? I don't think we grabbed too much.
Is there any flour left?
I was told not to worry about it. We'd come back later. So all I took were the apples, which I handed out, but the one that she gave Cherry was rotten.
Okay.
They're very slow. But yeah, once we've taken care of some various issues, yeah, we'll definitely. I mean, I was hoping we would like free you, not just show you where the food is.
Okay, so Bruce is gonna head over, so he's standing near the portal and he can kind of talk to everybody. And he's gonna be like, "So what are we doing? Are we? Why would she appear like that?"
Taunting us.
She's toying with us, clearly.
Want to destroy her so much.
Shall we?
Right now?
Does anyone really need to rest?
I'd like to.
Is it going to help anyone?
It would help me a little bit. I could get a little more. I tend to feel a little more comfortable with my magic, so to speak, once I've rested.
I point out my catalysts, which are dim.
Cindy's also.
Will an hour help that?
My
a step forward.
are really low, but if the goal is to go fight Allie, my spell slots aren't exactly helpful. She kind of ate my magic and it strengthened her last time. I don't think there's anything for me to do in this fight that's not gonna make things worse.
Do I see her?
Do we see her?
Jalira, as you go to point at your catalysts, you find another hand kind of looking at the, like another hand kind of pointing, following your hand, pointing at them, and a head looking at them.
I hate her so much.
Well, she's gonna shriek. Like a really, really chickmonkey screech.
Did you do like Shiv
Dark.
Z? So
She's gonna throw a dart.
Is she naked?
Yeah.
Not on our Christian server. Come on.
She's got tattoos covering things that are needing to be covered. I would
Rogue
like to thank the
Dragon
artist
had that
for
in
that.
mind.
She's like Jack
The
from
artist
Mass Effect 2.
who made that token for me. Rogue Dragon.
I mean, based on 2-minute token stuff.
it looks really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like now it's like I'm really happy for this token. It's really cool.
Just like to
Nyx is
point out,
just gonna throw 2 darts at her.
gonna point out that
Eldritch Blast!
between
Looks amazing.
Cherry screamed, everybody looks on alert. Nyx, make your attacks.
Yep.
Did you already make them?
Yeah. That's a
Dart
dart.
19. Dart 23. Okay. The darts fly through the form into the stacks of wood behind her, impaling the first couple of planks.
Can I use just a quick Sacred Flame at her and see if that
Bruce
makes
is
a
gonna
difference?
like try to raise his hand to see if he can get people to calm down a little bit.
As you throw out your sacred flame, calling on the power, the light sparks in that general area, but does not seem to affect the.
She's just toying with us now.
Hold on.
That was a cantrip. Screw you.
I'm gonna look over at her. Are you sticking around, or are you just popping on in to be annoying?
She smiles, makes a kissy face at you, and disappears.
She's here to be annoying. That's what she's here to do.
What do you want from us? I mean, other than power.
I look, kind of glance at Nyx, and then I kind of glance at Bruce. Like, well, she wants her mark, and she wants him dead.
Yeah, but why can't...
I'm not sure there's a redemption arc for her.
You're right. It's just...
I know
She was dealt a really crappy hand, but at the same time, she probably has
She's-
no empathy.
making conscious choices to hurt people.
She wasn't raised with empathy in mind. Well, she was
No.
raised. What did she eat?
Look.
There's been studies with like where people like purposely separated monkeys from their parents, and they got to recycle.
She's
It
dealt
was
a crappy
horrible
hand, and
times.
if we could leave her alone and it wouldn't destroy everything, we probably would.
Rick's,
But we can't at this point.
I kind of close my eyes, and then I look at Cherry, and I say, I know you want to think that if people are given a good home and a chance, it might be different. But I've met people who came from a good home and had a chance. And sometimes they're just downright evil.
I mean, I don't know if Kenneth counts as a good home. But I can see what you...
I think that we went in there and we didn't attack her. We're not Kenneth. She knows that.
Okay, alright. So I can just shoot arrows at her. That might help. What else can we do?
Shoot really good arrows.
I pull out the sword, the scimitar that I made with Cherry, and I go, I can hit her with this. You help me make it. She didn't seem to like it very much when she was hit with the sort of energy that this sword is imbued with.
Doesn't Bruce also have a weapon with some
So
anti-dark?
Radiant,
Yeah.
radiant energy.
I'm not gonna lie, some parts of that fight still confuse me a little bit. Did the radiant damage do anything other than knock the shadows off and reveal what was underneath?
It seemed to recoil back.
It did cause the tentacles to withdraw.
Okay. But it never actually harmed the tentacles, right?
I think you
What
said
you
they
could
withered.
tell, They did wither a little bit under it. But again, everything was happening so fast. Things were moving. Things were changing. Somebody had their mark ripped off. The attention
that
you had
was.
to that kind of detail. Your best guess is if anything would hurt her, that's probably along the lines of something that would. Other than downright walking up to her and slapping her with a sword.
I mean, that's what kind of a bruise I planned, but yeah.
Most problems can be solved with just a slap by the sword. Yeah.
I mean,
Do with that what you will, Jared.
all right. Are we sticking around?
Colin,
Are we
Juliana,
resting? Are we going? Do we need to check anything here first?
there's, Colin and Odiana, we should probably just tell them if the Emerald Claw gets her before we get back, just play cool. Don't attack them. I don't know, whatever you guys think. But
Hide.
also, there's something I want to do with the banana table.
Banana. Oh, look. The thing is the Emerald Claw shouldn't come here for over 10 hours.
Hopefully.
I know. I just.
And if they do come, they did not seem reckless in deciding to attack us at the time. And these guys will not get in their way necessarily because of what they have to do.
Okay.
I do not believe they will be in danger.
I'm ready. But I want Bruce to take the banana table and toss it in the molten glass vault.
What?
Because the Emerald Claw wouldn't, go digging through molten glass to find it, right?
The banana table? What?
Yeah,
let me show it
the
to you.
thing that we do not talk about.
Why don't you go up into
How about
the...
you go throw that chest into the molten glass, if you would? The whole chest.
Nix, shouldn't you go with them in case the glass...
Oh, yes, I should probably go with them.
Okay.
Oh,
It'd be
gosh.
easier to show you. Come on, Bruce.
Okay.
Using banana as a replacement for another word.
I really
Do you
want to
still
see it.
scooch ourselves over? Can we say that we get over there? Or...
Okay.
Should we just let
Can
Z know where we're going?
I'm gonna follow after them, and I'll let them know. It's like we're gonna go take care of the thing that we came here for.
Cool.
Make your way over to the other side.
I'm making my way.
I will wait for Nix. I do want Nix with us.
That's my token. That's my token. I was trying to grab Jalira. Rip.
Again, as you guys approach, one of the creatures sticks its head up and then brings it back down upon seeing Nix's face.
Could you ask the golems to just protect it and be like, we're just gonna keep this in our vault? This is a terrible idea. I like it.
Didn't you guys say that there was something really heavy in there?
Yeah. The banana table.
Get that out first?
I
He was gonna shrink it!
I don't think she has... Well, it's a first level spell slot, so she... It's a first level? It's first level, right?
Reduces a second.
Second level, okay.
Does he have it prepared?
He doesn't have any second level spell slots left.
So it doesn't make a difference. We would have needed to do it as after a long rest anyway.
No, I do. I have two second levels.
Do you have?
Do we really
Um,
want to keep it? I thought we wanted these things to not fall into anybody's hand.
I wouldn't put it past Emerald Claw to fight those things and to dig it out.
I know, but it would hurt.
Yeah, but they would still get it.
It would take time. We need to get time.
I mean, that thing looks really big, and that stuff under there looks not as big, so I don't know how well the creatures might take to me throwing a giant chest on their heads.
Just ask them to just protect it.
Some small part of your head is kind of anxious to find out, though.
I mean, Cherry, can you talk to him?
Cherry's not there.
Yeah.
Like,
Looks around. Cherry's not here. Cherry stayed behind.
Like, well, I guess I could try talking to them, but
I don't know. Cherry's the one that speaks to, like,
have we
weird
actually
magical things.
gotten a good look at it yet?
not really.
I thought that... Which thing?
The table, the banana.
Tell me, I'll just show it to you. Come on.
I don't know if I need to...
It's not an actual fruit.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. We'll just move over here. There you go.
Yeah, no. I was going to step... Okay, now we're good.
No, you're good. We're good. We're good. It's easier for me to move than for you to try to move around me. So.
Two comments on Bruise's physique in the last 10 minutes.
So,
is there any point to doing this?
yeah, I don't know right now, other than to try and keep it out of the way. Or
No, I meant looking at it.
I'm just curious. I mean,
I don't really need to see it. I'm more concerned about the disappearing, reappearing lady.
Yeah. I mean, if it'll give Kiz and them some peace of mind, we could just toss it in there.
We didn't bring the lantern, did we?
No, we didn't.
Julia had it earlier, and I didn't see anything.
No, I meant in case somebody was watching. You know,
that is very true, considering, you know, there's a big one just watching us right here.
Damn, just roll. He's either messing with us like Allie is, or something's going down.
She astral projected into that room and is watching us through the...
I mean, if we could leave it be, maybe Nix could just ask the guard to go to watch it. Whatever, we can go.
Okay.
Glass golem thingies. Please protect this box if someone tries to take it.
I'm gonna just gently move out of the way. Excuse me.
Do you want to ask them to vomit glass all over it again?
Yeah, that's why I'm moving.
So go. Move.
Nice glass call. Friendly.
All right, so they're not coming out, so there's that.
Ooh, these things are cool.
Okay.
So
are we going?
I'm up for going.
I'm ready to go. Let's just take care of her.
Kizriel, as you are examining that pile of things.
Hey, it's the combat you wanted. Sorry, go ahead.
The material.
I don't know. Do I need to run to the other side of the room to get some Neem and Jalira? I don't know what to do.
The materials that you're looking at appear to be the same type of materials that was used on the dragon head construct that is hanging from the ceiling. Almost as if those who were taking it apart were disassembling it and stacking pieces neatly by for reuse, especially if they could throw them to, you know, why have a messy workshop when you can have a neat, orderly workshop? but it appears to be the materials that have been stripped off of the device above you.
What is this?
It's this really nicely stacked up piece of, again, plating and glass spheres. Glass or crystal, not entirely sure which. But again, could very well be parts that were associated with the construct above you.
Okay, cool.
Alright, we should get going.
Do we need that anime going over there and getting everybody to follow? Or...
Pew, 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 pew. And boom. We Naruto run our way down.
Going the wrong way.
As you guys come around the corner, we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Dun dun.
And welcome back. We're here for, after our break, the Shadow Slayers have decided not to mess with the banana table. Code word for the pattern for the schema which they've been collecting. They've decided to leave it alone. Nyx, in the guise of a Kenneth lady, asked the glass elementals in the molten, the tub of molten glass to protect the chest. And upon no response, they've decided to regroup with the rest of the party in preparation to move forward. Shadow Slayers, what are you doing?
You mean move back? Because we're basically probably going back the way we came.
Fair enough.
We ready to move? We going after the lady now? Or did we need a break?
I think Zinni wanted to finish resting first.
Well, Jalira's gonna try and help her rest by, taking care of the baby, so at least that's not distracting.
Rex, do you want to check out that other door? Or should we just wait? Patiently.
So go ahead and put the cleats back on.
Kiz, are you open about the vibe you feel toward that door? Do you really want to open it?
No, I'm just really want to do something.
Okay. So, I can pick up on the fact that you don't like sitting around. Got it. Okay.
Not when we have impending doom with like 4 different enemies.
My list of allies grows thin. Alright, let's see here.
She'll climb up the tree and like work out.
Okay. I am going to also climb up to the tree, but instead of working out, I'm just going to chill there.
Okay.
How long does that spell have left?
Like 40 minutes or so.
40 minutes or so? That's about right.
Yeah.
I thought last session she cast it early on, and we were like at the 10-minute mark at the beginning of the session.
No, that was the other one. This is the second time she's cast it here.
That's why she's low on catalysts.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I can do spare the dying.
Alright. Nyx is gonna go ahead and
it's a pretty good thing to have in the bag, just saying.
Alright. Is Julia doing anything other than taking care of the baby?
I don't think so.
Okay. And there's other people in there. Who's all in there?
Kiz
doing something.
Zanim is chilling there. So if you wanted to talk to anyone, that's probably not a good place for a private conversation.
Probably not.
Julia, are you muted?
She is asking me questions. She's going through my spell list.
Gotcha.
Trying to figure out if there's some way I can help her. Or like, you've got that option though, right?
Yes, that's one thing she's thinking about.
So Nyx is gonna go over and sit next to Kizrael.
she's like doing little halfling pull-ups.
It's like,
On a tree branch.
so I have a question for you.
Super classy.
Yeah, she's like, so you've really liked your last boyfriend, correct? Loved him almost, maybe you would say. I don't know. Would you?
I am. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I think I did.
Have you stopped doing pull-ups, or are you still trying to do pull-ups?
She's just doing like I think she's like hanging now, like.
I thought you would be aggressively doing pull-ups now.
Well, I think she was gonna kind of be like, knowing the sincerity of her friend's question, she'd probably be like, "Oh, man." Any you ask?
Just to know, like, it's like, do you miss him or? It's so. Okay, do you miss sex?
Yeah.
Quiet are you being about this conversation?
I think Kiz would be louder, but if she sensed that Nyx was trying to be quiet, might
Not
try.
being too worried about this conversation.
Okay.
I covered up Bubba's ears.
The name.
Like you say that word, you just see Jalira just kind of just put her paw over the baby's head.
There were other things that were good about the relationship. He had a good sense of humor. He was really talented, did tattoos, and a good fighter. And yeah, not just that.
Yeah. Yes, and I believe that. I mean, like, really, because I've had good sex, and I haven't liked any of them.
You might. Maybe it just has to be somebody you really care about. Wow. This conversation isn't going so well. If Kiz has more experience with this than I do.
It's like,
Fake it till you make it.
I can remember my last boyfriend having like he was a good sense of humor, but he was such an apple geek. It was so annoying.
Yes, we know the dinosaur halfling is based off him.
all right. It's just like, but I don't know. Like, have you had any problems missing it?
This is not something I thought about for kids.
I tried to warn you.
I know. I was like, oh, yeah, I think so. He gives such big, warm hugs.
She's like
Bruce outside the portal is just like hugs.
Yeah, I was expecting from Z. That's what she said.
Bruce isn't paying any attention to what's going on in there.
nope. And she's just like, all right, well, I guess it's all different.
Bruce is just whistling to himself.
She's like, it has been over a year for me, and I'm going crazy. I might be going a little crazy, and I don't know. Do you, like, how do you deal with it?
Can we just headcanon that Kiz leaned over and gave her some masturbation tips?
Sure.
Thank you.
Like, just, she'd laugh a bit. But yeah.
No, okay. Kiz wouldn't think that at all because Kiz sees Nyx as a sister. There's nothing else.
Did Guar run away? Bruce would probably pet Guara if she came out.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, all right. Yeah. So they'd have a fun talk.
It's just Larissa. I can't.
Love you,
I can't
Larissa.
do it.
No, it's okay. It's funny though. It's just it's funny though.
She'd feel like she would appreciate it and everything kind of but she does recognize that it's a little different with you missing your boyfriend because you actually missed him as a person. And she's so
Just warm hugs.
She likes. Can you imagine like spooning, like just little kids?
And Rix has tuned this out. It's great.
I was waiting for Rick to pop down.
Rix is just like he's taken a note from his sister and just kind of meditating to just help him relax.
Traveler.
I'm feeling a little like anxious about everything because it feels like everything's kind of colliding and there's a lot of stuff happening. So I'm just trying to use the meditation that my sister uses in order to kind of center myself so that I'm ready for whatever's to come.
And kids would have kind of taken her to walk the side of the tree that Rix wasn't for like girl talk, separating from the boy.
You went and sat down next to Zaneem. Okay, got it.
Yeah. The weird girl talk already. She's like, oh, like,
Isn't she gonna help out with this conversation?
no. Got some tips.
They had the conversation right next to Z. Z would have been like, masturbation tips. Okay, well, here you go.
Oh my gosh.
Just like to point out.
Mom, I'm so sorry.
Okay, wait, okay. If Z's part of this conversation, Rix has jumped out and is out now.
Just like to point out that two members of that group have unseen servant.
Rix is just like, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm out. He's gonna sit on this box here.
Both of you do Nyx a solid and cast unseen servant in there and then leave.
Jeez.
It's
You broke her DM.
Hey, can there be never mind. We broke him good. So I think that's inspiration for everyone else that doesn't have it already.
Can I get the other part of that feat? Can I?
Nope, not ready.
Well, you got keep role playing, guys, while he's busy.
You want me to give masturbation?
No, we don't.
Oh boy. That's where our stream's going.
we're
So while this conversation takes place, Guara has approached Bruce.
He's likely
And it's like,
seen
started-
Rix just jump out and then go over and sit down and be like, okay.
Has started playing with one of his bootlaces.
He'd probably move his leg around. Try to.
She immediately gets down into the kind of playing mode.
Bruce has like 100 feet of rope, so he could pull out some rope.
Jaguars.
Bruce, as you think about the grabbing rope, you look up and you see the crane that has rope kind of dangling from it right in front of you.
Does it look difficult to operate?
No, you've operated similar machinery in loading ships down at the docks. Wouldn't be that hard to.
What do you want to be called?
Whatever.
Whatever. Can I use that?
Sure. I don't need it for Holland right now.
All right, then sure. I'll go ahead and try to keep Guara occupied.
You and Gora play with the rope dangling from the crane, and you twist it to the side, and you bring it up, and you bring it down, and Gora jumps and bats at it, and catches hold of it at one point, and you just kind of lift her up, and she's holding onto that rope with her jaws. You two have quite a fun 40 minutes. While you're sitting there, Rix, Colin approaches you, but doesn't really come up to you. He's looking at the materials that are around you. He pulls out pieces and bits and bobs, and is working back and forth between dropping stuff off at the forge. Odiana is still waiting for her bread to finish, so she's moved on to other small projects that she can do without using the forge itself. Trimming planks, getting measurements from the ship, figuring out what sizes they need for the next set of planks that need to go on. Fixer seems to have taken a liking for Odiana and is kind of like following her around, kind of taking in mental notes of everything that she's doing.
I think Jalira's gonna slip out of the
Conversation.
and she'll have the baby with, but I think I'd like her to just kind of, while still holding the baby, go over and try to strike up a conversation with Odiana. But she's really nervous about it. She wants to move, and she does kind of want to get away from this conversation.
Like you're like 10 minutes into this conversation, you're just like, I can deal with this, I can deal with this, I can deal with this. And then Z says something, you're just like, nope, can't deal with this, I'm out.
Z is her best friend. She is used to this, but she's just like, you know what?
Not today. Not today.
Try something called the backstroke. Cherry's just gone.
Don't make me have to look things up.
Don't look those up.
Okay.
The wheel.
Go Google it.
Oh, Charlie. I love that girl.
I don't know where you guys are at. That's a swimming technique, but
I'm surprised in your long conversation you did not hear about the wheel. Just saying.
About the backstroke.
Oh gosh.
Regardless, Jalira, you coming out, you see the disposition, Rix trying again to find that calm, centered, meditative state over by the crates. Colin moving back and forth. Odiana making and working on bits and bobs. Bruce and Gora having the time of their lives playing with this crane. Just
Really
he's gotten proficient enough with it that he can like swing it and like throw the tackle to the other end of the room with it, and Gora will go jumping after it almost like a giant fishing pole, and he'll just kind of reel it back in.
That's so adorable.
And you find yourself, walking up towards Odiana. He's really quite fascinating. He's adorable, he's sweet, doesn't make a lot of noise.
The barnacle?
Yes. Yes, the barnacle. I was talking about the barnacle. And Fixer's quite nice too. He's a good companion.
Oh, yeah. Maybe things. I definitely should show you the forge that they have here. Yeah, it's just kind of literally a very spiritual experience. They have a fancy. Yeah, I had help making Fixer like that.
Oh, was he not always like this?
No, this is new. And I might even show her have Fixer deactivate and show his original form, which is used as the heart of the homunculus. And just but I'll point out that he got damaged and like he's not. Both this guy and my turret got destroyed. We were fighting her. That's why Bruce wanted me to bless this forge. Yeah, I'm gonna turn him back on so he can continue to just hang out as
projection of highlight holograms. Well, he's very useful. He's very helpful, very intuitive in a workshop.
Oh, I'm glad that he. Yeah.
I like how he is present.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
It would be really, really weird to try to explain. But kind of like in another life, I met you. And only thing I can remember is the things you taught me. You taught me several things about artificing, but you also taught me that I was worth befriending, despite not being either some sort of family or some sort of coworker. Yeah, it's weird. I'm sorry.
You all do seem very, very nice, and I mean, if this is your tech, then it's very well done. I wish I could remember what I taught you.
Well, it was like a different life. I don't think it never happened in this one. This life. That's why I don't remember it either. It's super confusing.
Well, according to you all, I don't know who I am and have had no clue who I am for however long.
Well, we're gonna fix that.
As soon as your friend grows strong enough, right?
Yeah.
She will be able to. She can fix this, right? I mean, she said she would.
We're gonna try. We're gonna do everything we can. And I'm pretty confident that I can't guarantee how long it'll take. But to me, it's a matter of when and not if.
And then not if. Good. Good. When are you? Bruce said you had to go deal with her. Are you preparing to do that now?
Z is doing a rest. She's doing an arcane recovery. I mean, I can't recharge any of my stuff, but just one more thing we could do to just help us be a little bit more ready. I don't know what else I can do. I mean, hanging out with Barnacle here has been good enough for me.
Perfectly helpful thing to be doing right now, actually. I mean, and I know that he said you all had to go down. It's just really helpful if somebody could stay. But I know you all function better as a group.
Well,
Do we?
In theory.
Don't agree? You don't function better as a group?
Hey, Z's not there. Nobody said that out loud.
I'm basing my statements off of Julia's face. I'm like watching her face right now. I know she's trying to like go through her inventory because of what was posted in the chat and whatnot.
We have a lot of difficulty trusting each other's judgment right now. But I think this is
Why?
Experience.
I mean, you all love each other. You travel together. You seem to be very well connected to one another. What seems to be the problem with trusting judgment?
we screw up and then just assume the rest of us assume the other person's gonna make that same mistake again.
How do you mean?
You heard the noise. We were tinkering around with the big dragon head. I fell off.
Clearly don't appear to be too hurt.
I had a featherfall token. So not
That's
anymore.
very convenient.
Oh, like I don't know if you know what Sharn is, but it's a skyscraper city. It's where we're all from, actually. So, yeah. Right now, I'm actually really okay with trusting their judgment because right now my judgment says I don't know how we're going to do this, but they seem to have an idea of how we're going to do this, so I'm going to just trust their judgment.
It's the first step. Trusting their judgment. But why can't you see a way to do this?
Sorry, what?
Why can't you see a way to do this? I mean, if they have such faith that they can, and they think that you can participate, what can you bring to the table for them? How can you best serve them and yourself in this time?
I mean, Fixer's got the components for a spare the dying. That, and I mean, I don't have the power to do a cure wounds, but those were just the two things that I needed to try to get full when I tried to talk them into letting me join them on their first adventure, because holy cow, I knew they were going to get themselves hurt.
Their first adventure. Tell me about your first adventure. She's working and building and checking on her bread every so often.
And so she's probably she'll go ahead and just explain it. Probably while she's at it, giving little descriptions of what each of them did. You know, what level 1 them were capable of.
Got a lot.
We were capable of slaying shadows.
Capable of going unconscious from a rat attack.
So, Rix, in your meditative state. Jalira, you're essentially going to spend the next 40 minutes talking to Odiana, telling her about your first adventure.
Okay.
Nyx, Kiz, and Zanim are occupied, bruised.
We know what they're occupied with, okay?
I was like, they're occupied. Bruce and Guar are occupied. Rix. And you find yourself trying to slip into this meditative state, trying to find something to soothe the internal anxiety that is slowly building up bit by bit. And in your head, you hear a female voice ask you, "Are you still alive?"
He takes I take half a heartbeat and I go, "Yes." And that's it.
Okay. Nothing else seems to come through, but just having heard another voice in your head, though, sometimes not good, sometimes not great, just there was care, like
worry.
needing reassurance, were still alive in that question, and you felt it.
Instant regret that I didn't say more. I guess I just kind of contemplate that and focus on that for now, even though that all of that I want to believe, but I still have very healthy doubts about, given that people have been messing with my head and my sister's head over the years. But I just kind of just focus in on just that, it's like, at least I heard from a voice that didn't sound like it wanted me dead. And it wasn't the Traveler, so yeah. That helps too.
He doesn't want you dead?
Well, the Traveler is using me. I'm kind of using him. It's mutual using. Warlocks.
I think that was one of the techniques they were discussing up there in the.
I thought that was a solo thing.
Doesn't
Conversations evolved.
Rex recognized the voice, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking from your reaction that it wasn't Melody.
No. Melody doesn't like talking to me. She likes talking to Bruce.
I think she only did it once.
Regardless, it was the voice I it was Nightingale.
She claimed to be Nightingale.
The one claiming to be Nightingale, my mother.
Okay. 40 minutes passes. Jalira, you sense just about the time your rope space is about to end. You know that they're still pretty deep in their conversation and feel like you should probably go give them an alert to get out before it shunts them out. Though part of you debates, like, should I just let it push them out? Should that be the signal?
Hey guys, just be ready. You might drop.
Weirdly, Zia just said the same thing.
Good
right.
times.
So if that counts as a short rest, I was gonna see if Bruce could roll a hit die.
That will count as a short rest.
For all of us, yay.
Well, you're already pull up on
So do I have the boots now?
Yeah, I gave you the boots. So while you were having this conversation, you got the cleats back.
Yep.
We have healing potions you could have taken in the tree.
Yeah, but you can't do.
And hit dice, if you guys can get a long rest, will return.
Okay.
Whereas health potions don't always come back.
Also, your health potions can be used in or around battle.
How dope would that be to have like a flask made that has a refillable health potion in it? It'd cost a fortune, but it'd be so dope. Just saying.
Kumat's soul could make it.
What about you, Julia?
No.
Nyx is gonna go ahead and climb down. That was not exactly where she was helping to go with the conversation, but it was informative.
All right, next long rest, you can corner her again.
I mean, Z's got some good advice on that front.
Better start studying Kiz so you can really participate in.
Oh. But yeah, no, it would have been.
No.
I mean, it's just a question on if Kiz and her had a good conversation with each other, opening up and getting to know each other better.
Oh yeah,
Getting to know you. Getting to know about you.
getting to know too much about you.
All right.
But Jalira sings around Z every time they go out clubbing.
Every time.
Well, actually, used to think about that, but now pretty much knows everything and still loves her anyways. Okay. Your short rest ends. You guys get some hit dice if you want to spend them for your short rest. And then what?
I guess it's time to go.
I mean, get a short rest.
Let me grab that hit die
Through
real
the
quick.
door!
Nice. That's way better
Nice.
than I was rolling.
Yeah, I didn't need that much.
Yay! I didn't need that much. It actually takes me back to hit full, so I'm good.
I rolled 2 2s on a d12.
Playing the places is my full health, but the rest of y'all aren't. Oh, you fell.
I got
Bruce
myself
gets beat up.
electrocuted.
I've been beaten up by Nyx a lot.
Now it's in the way Nick's wants.
Okay. Before you all
Oh.
leave, Aviana
Wow.
pulls out her finished bread and slices
Clarissa.
it and gives each of you a piece of bread.
Okay.
Kind of munch on.
Good bread?
It's good bread. Does not taste like iron.
Yay.
Ooh,
Will after a little prestidigitation.
and it's probably nice and warm. Warm bread.
It is
Thank
nice
you.
warm bread.
Yeah, that's
I
probably
made
pretty
warm
delicious.
rolls today, so this makes me extra excited. Okay,
Delicious.
I like.
Yes, she did.
more
It
of
was
them.
delicious.
Alright, I guess we'll be back.
But there's no way that we can leave anyone here.
Anyone not?
Aviana looks at you. No, all of you need to go. From what you told me, you all do work really well together.
I mean, if it's just a
I'm
babysitter
sorry.
you need, maybe we can strap the baby to Quara and take him with us.
No,
Bruce just looked at
I like
his.
physically react like, what?
Terrible idea.
And
Okay.
she babysat them.
It's like not, oh,
She babysat them.
Hey, you know what?
That's-
It is starting to click how we ended up fighting a were-rat at the age of 12.
it still doesn't
Kiss
explain the
doesn't-
second time we went out together.
Kiss
There's
wasn't
nothing
the
that can
best
explain
big
that.
sister.
Okay.
All right, let's get going.
Right.
Come
Alright.
on, everyone. We're going.
As they're walking out, Bruce
Yeah.
will be like, so I've been trying to think, and I don't have a good answer, which concerns me about why she's been showing up. I can't figure out a purpose. Doesn't seem to be distracting. If anything, it draws our attention to her. Just, keep an eye out. Let's not assume that we're gonna make it all the way back to where she is without there being a problem.
Yeah, it's every step of the way. Keep an eye. Good idea.
Did anyone ever tell Bruce, Rix, and Nix about the dogs breaking through the room?
I believe
We
so.
did.
Yeah, we were told.
Which is part of the reason why we were so anxious.
I don't remember being told.
I don't think we were ever told that, about the glitching room and them seeing like all the dust. I don't think we were ever told about that.
I think the last thing we heard was we heard them breaking it, I believe.
breaking out of the bedroom. Or
Yeah, but
the,
we
not
heard
bedroom, the
The
main
jail
room.
room.
That room, but
The room glitch.
oh yeah, but
and
not
then
not the
stone dust.
not
Yeah.
the stone dust though. We don't know about that. It was all, as far as I know, we were under the impression that the dogs were breaking out of the actual cell block.
But I think that was the last we heard.
I don't think Kiz realizes we haven't told you. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. It's like, so
I'm going to just briefly look to Colin, and kind of as before we go, like, do what you can. I mean, everything you can to protect them.
Colin nods at you.
And he's like, none of us, well, most of us don't really remember our parents. And if you can protect yourself and them, do it, because I think the barnacle deserves a chance to know you. I kind of pat him on the arm, and then I start off.
Takes 10 minutes to ritually cast alarm, right?
Yep.
Correct.
What's the range on the alarm?
When it gets
A
tripped.
mile.
Like anywhere?
I think if it gets tripped, its range is a mile to alert the person who said it.
Yep. If you're within a mile of the warded area.
I guess it's
Where did we see the door that they had piled up on the inside here?
Oh, that was here, I believe, on the bottom floor.
Is that right, Mike?
Let me see.
Hold on.
this is cool.
Here. That's where the door was. That was stuff was piled up. Bottom floor.
Yes, underneath the catwalk. Yes.
Yeah. There's a large
There's a
door on
point
this
to it.
side. There's a large door on this side, and then there's a blue key gem thing here on the top floor.
There's a point to it and be like, well, assuming that's the way out of here, or the way into here from the main entrance, would you feel better if you put an alarm up?
They've got one up there.
But yeah, but that won't tell us if we're away.
Guess we'll look at Cherry.
Can you
She's-
do it? Or...
She's handing off Barnacle to Daddy.
Are you going to set it up?
What's up?
Can you set it up on the air?
Not that one.
20-foot cube.
It's up here.
This
It's a-
door.
That's
Okay.
all. Okay.
Because once again, boys surfing in that is not the front door.
Which one of these do you think is the front door?
Door right here where Nyx is standing.
So, yeah, there's a door here, but it's on the bottom floor. And then there's a big door on this side here.
Oh, what
That's a
happened?
big old rock.
What
Landslide.
happened?
I'm dead.
Did the
Which-
ceiling just collapse?
Sorry about that, y'all.
Oh, I thought it was underneath. Yeah, underneath the catwalk for right.
The both
Yeah, it's
doors are
underneath.
underneath the catwalk, yeah. The blue key gem is on this side.
And it's above the catwalk. It's
Yeah.
on level with the catwalk.
On the catwalk.
On the catwalk. I do a little turn. Sorry.
New
Alright.
song.
I mean,
I find a blue
are we
gem
willing
on
to
the
wait
catwalk.
20 minutes for me to just go ahead and
20 minutes.
do both
Do both what?
doors?
We
There,
just need that one, I think.
there isn't another door. The other one's the whole wall. Right?
And I guess that's more than 20 feet. Wait. How long is 20 feet?
20 feet cubed. That is an infinitely small line. Let's do some calculus.
That's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, I don't think.
Is it just the lines of the cube?
See, you use a piece of string. I think she has limits to her string. Like,
Copper
It's
wire, I
not
thought.
normal.
No, that's a message. Never mind. Is it?
I have something in my
Piece of
journal.
fine silver wire.
Right.
All right. Wait. Well, if the big door opens, we can just hope that we feel it.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I'm spending
10 minutes.
Kiz is going to dramatically lie on the floor. Ah!
Yeah. I'll leave that there for you.
Okay.
I'm guessing you include Colin, Odiana, and the Barnacle as people that aren't going to trigger
Yeah.
it.
Barnacle. What's that baby doing?
How big are the things that can cross?
I mean,
like,
just in
what's their
case somebody walked past holding the Barnacle.
I know. Just being facetious.
Baby escape.
Just being a fish.
So you ward the door with an alarm that'll tell you if anybody breaks that particular section. And you find yourselves, after that, moving towards the staircase down.
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep our eyes out, or at least Bruce is going to keep his eyes and ears out to make sure that they're not going to like open a door and get jumped.
This was the door that led in, right?
The
Do you
door.
need us?
Yeah,
Do you need
this
us
one.
moving our tokens, or
Yeah, we're in
No,
here.
don't worry about it. I was assuming you guys are heading towards that door.
Mhm.
You approach the door that has been arcane locked by Jalira.
I think I have the brown key.
No, she arcane locked it.
Yeah, but she
Oh,
So-
yeah.
she designated us as people that can open it.
Okay, open it.
You guys open the door. Proceed to head towards the stairway that is in front. Well, sorry, the antechamber, followed by the stairway.
I'm gonna go ahead and send Fixer with the lantern in first.
Okay.
Kiz
What's
has
the
told
party's
Laura to
order
keep an ear out.
as
What?
they are descending? What's the party's order as they are descending the staircase?
Bruce will want to be near the front.
Hicks was as well.
I would. Rix is probably trying to get to the front, or I'm trying to get to the front because I have the dark vision, the devil's sight, so I can see as far as darkness goes. I see everything that's ahead.
All right, me and Gora will take the back to protect the squishies.
Z will hang out near the back, but not.
When she
Push to be
realizes
the
her
last
brother, when she sees her brother is trying to get to the front, she'll make sure and move back so that she's middle and near the back. She'll actually probably take the back, let Rix up front. Though she wants to kick that woman's butt so bad.
So Rix, Bruise,
Rix, Bruise.
Fixer with a lamp.
Sure.
All right.
Tiz has asked Gora to let her know if she hears anything weird.
I want to be near Z in the order.
Okay, you guys are middle.
With Kiz and Nyx bringing up the rear. Correct?
Sounds like it.
Protect the squishies.
You guys descend down the stairs. Cautiously, carefully, keeping your eyes and ears open, looking for anything that could be possibly wrong. You descend to the bottom of the staircase with no problems. You stand outside the Orange Junction room, which is still open to the same room, which is still open to the Orange Junction in that area. You move forward through the hallway into the junction room itself.
I closed doors behind us.
Hey, DM. Since we can't see where the sun's at, can you let me know if dawn suddenly shows up on us?
Sure.
Okay.
You think for a game called Dungeons and Dragons, they'd have some, and it's something that starts at dawn. They'd have something for.
Looks not perfect game system.
I just like every morning. It's like, is it based on their sleep? What if they end up with a 32-hour sleep schedule on a 24-hour world?
Oh, I love it. Okay, you guys find yourselves in your way down the stairs onto the platform into the junction room. Which way do you go?
Were you in that room yet? I don't see it on the map.
So what's the last thing we remember? There was something like there was some dust getting kicked up.
What?
The dogs were like breaking down the doors.
What? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What?
Well, yeah, we remember the dogs breaking down the doors.
Yeah, we remember the what are you talking about? Dust kicking up.
Yeah, when we were coming, we were chasing you guys because you ran off. We went to one junction, but it like sent us back the wrong way, and there was dust, and so we went the other way, and it was, yeah, they're digging through the walls. I'm pretty sure.
Well, these walls are what? Like
Wait.
Super thick. Remember, it's
Yeah.
had people blasting through it.
It's 10 feet thick
still.
frickin' walls. Alright.
Okay. I mean, that probably would have been useful information earlier, but
We were, like
So,
she said,
you
we
didn't
were
mention that earlier?
distracted.
It's dust. What can dust tell us?
Side of the stone,
That she is no longer restricted in that hallway.
or at least the dogs aren't.
They're trying to break through into the next hallway.
We don't know where she is.
let's just keep heading in that direction.
Hopefully, she's
It's like,
still
and
there.
again, I ask you, which direction are you going?
I don't
Back to
remember.
the south.
Map.
Do you want to?
Is it
Do
the
you wanna-
green or is it the yellow?
You want to check the teleport circle real quick?
Should we check the forge?
Wait, why
Well,
would we?
let's go towards the main junction, the first main junction that has the supply closet, the dining hall, laundry.
I can't find Nyx.
Because Nyx is probably not there.
My cat hit my foot.
Ah,
Why is there
Another
rocks?
boulder.
it's all dark. I can't see anything.
I see nothing.
Yep, that's because I thought I had you guys as a party copied and ready to paste wherever I needed you guys, and apparently I did not.
Rip.
Dare. They're lit up.
Okay.
Little thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you are. Okay. 7. Oh, I forgot to grab Fixer. Oh well.
Let's drag him onto the map.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. Here we go. Oh, wait, no, you guys.
You know, I could have dragged Nyx onto the map.
Yeah, you guys could have done that. Yeah.
By the way, does she still have dark vision going?
It's 8 hours, right?
Yep.
Yes, dark vision is still active.
So it's dim for you.
Bruce is gonna walk over to the yellow key, look at the group, take out the yellow key.
Wait, why do the teleportation circle? We need to go the other way, right?
I mean,
I
we're
think
here.
he
so
wants to
don't you think
check
it's
it.
worth it to just look down the hallway?
True. Nyx,
Okay.
you want to look down the hallway and tell the...
Yeah, sure. Turn the key, I guess.
Tell the living
Ooh.
spell hi.
I mean, I figured we don't even have to leave here.
We just gotta take a quick glance at the hallway, right?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Turn the key. Take a quick gander.
Turn the other
I
key.
think
The
living.
room rotates to where it's supposed to down the yellow hall. Looking down the hall, you see nothing that seems out of place from what it was before.
It looks the same.
Okay.
What if we said it like a little bit of dragon shard dust and told it it was a good boy?
We definitely will ever get it to believe it's a good boy.
See
first,
about that
okay?
later.
Thank you.
All right, Green. You
Kiss.
guys ready? She goes ahead and uses the green key.
Yeah. Are you guys ready? Yeah.
I hope I put you guys on the right one. Yay, I put you on the right one.
Okay.
Okay. Head down, trying to keep an eye and an ear out.
Again.
Bed's still there.
No idea why Nyx is missing from all of these maps. It doesn't make sense.
She's back. I put her in.
Protor, are you there, bud?
I am staying behind Zanine, by the way. Just
Still no sign of Brotor.
oh,
Please.
I
Lord.
hope she didn't spirit eat him.
Ruse will make sure everyone's ready and then use the green key to open up the other junction.
I'm walking around with my crossbow out, by the way.
Oh, we're all.
Yeah, I have one of my scimitars out. Or my incandescent scimitar out right now.
My axe.
Hold please. Hold please.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was
I
missing.
see nothing.
Because you guys aren't there. This is when I was having them follow and catch up back to you guys.
Hey, I'm there. Cool. So I moved to about the middle of the hallway, and I try and kind of look back. It's like, which one was it?
Yellow, right?
Yellow took us to the forge, didn't it?
Yeah.
And
Green
green.
one.
Green. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, let's new one to the green. No, that's there. Okay, yeah.
This one leads down down. It's going to lead down there. This leads to the forge where you go downstairs, I believe.
I've got to wait for the rest. No.
Because I mean, we're gonna head down.
Ready?
All right.
Go.
I mean, if you want to twist the yellow key real quick just to check out the forge, like glance down like we did, but if not, I think we should.
It would only take a few seconds, right?
Okay.
I think we can convince her to piss off the librarian.
Tell her there are really good books down there. Tusk Love, first edition.
Don't knock it till you've read it.
Nick.
First edition, they had all the filthy content they edited out in the later
I love you, Amy. Don't knock it till you've read it. It's good stuff.
Okay. Do you guys look down in the forge area?
Yeah.
Just ask Rex to just go look.
A quick glance to see, I guess.
Well, hold up your lantern too, just in case Brotor just goes, "Hey!"
What's up, homie?
Again, the room rotates as required. You look down. The stairs go down. Rick goes down about halfway so you can see past the natural declining stairway into the forge itself. From a distance, it seems to be just fine.
I feel more anxiety as we're getting closer. I mean, like, I should feel calmer knowing that she hasn't gotten that far, if possible. But there's like a creeping worry that is slithering its way into my head that she got out past everything somehow. Even though it's impossible, that is what's going on in my head right now.
Brookshaw's body still on the altar?
Wait, we left him on
Oh
the
yeah,
pew.
did we leave him on a pew?
You guys left him on the altar, if I remember right.
No, I think
No, we didn't. I thought we thought it was too sacrilegious and put him on a pew.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was changed to a pew.
Hold on, I'm adjusting night vision settings for tokens.
Sorry.
Julia's thinking about everything she could have done before she died.
Who did she run over to kiss to make up for that experience?
Frederick's not here.
She's a few leagues away.
Okay, Nyx. He was about 4 feet tall.
Riggs had met him.
Nyx has met him too.
We've both
okay.
we know Friedrich, or are familiar with his presence.
Nyx is the only one that can transform, though, right?
So
now.
I am moving forward to about here.
But
See,
I'd offer the lantern.
Why? Oh, invisibility. Yeah,
The ghosts and stuff.
yeah. I take the lantern with me as I kind of move around. And
Bruce will head down and just glance towards the library just in case.
peek here. I'm guessing. Okay, yeah. There's Brotor's body.
Okay. Glance down towards the library. Doesn't appear to have changed.
All right.
Sorry, I gotta get out of Rix's sight and into Bruce's sight. Okay.
Rix I make my way over there. See anything?
No, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary, or at least nothing out of what you left it when you guys left this area.
No, nothing seems out of the ordinary or out of place from where we left this area.
You have a good memory. All right. All right.
Sorry about my cat, guys.
Bruce fights the urge to use the gust cantrip to knock some books over.
Is that a will save?
If he wasn't as focused as he is currently, probably.
I make my way back with the lantern in tow.
Everybody, I guess, get ready. Bruce will have his axe at the ready, and
Can I hold an arrow shot for a blue lady or red lady?
have his axe ready, his shield ready, have Ray of Frost ready.
Oh gosh. Before we turn the key, I reach over to touch Bruce on the shoulder, and I cast protection from evil and good on him.
What was that?
So it does that.
We have a spell scroll. Would more of that be useful?
I can also cast it once.
Do you have the potion that gives you more magic?
Oh no, we used all those up.
Did we?
Yes.
That's too bad. Nyx changes into a different form.
Z will cast mage armor on herself before we go in.
Do you want to change into her in case you can tell the dogs off?
Don't change into the red lady. I just said I was holding an action to shoot a red lady.
Okay.
Okay.
Like what?
Okay.
Are you just saying that so I'll dress naked?
Huh?
I
How does one dress naked?
think she means undress. Let's move on.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you guys on the correct map. I have blocked the way down just so you guys can show me what order you guys are going to be in when you enter that area. So.
Okay. I am here. I have my incandescent scimitar out, and equipped right now.
If Z was going to be there, Bruce would probably move to be in front of her.
And my free hand for right now, I have the Haunted Dagger.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to have the Corrosive Scimitar up right now.
So incandescent scimitar, corrosive scimitar, dual wielding both hands.
No,
Forceful.
false, fake news. Incandescent scimitar, traveler's gift, both hands.
There we go.
I was like,
There
what am
we
I
go.
doing? That's my spellcasting focus.
It's like, okay, she's gonna go into it with 2 scimitar. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, no, that was my bad. That was my bad. Brain fart, guys. It's been a while since we've had combat.
Before we start, can you make sure she has dark vision?
Set this token to dark vision. Where's your token? Where are you? You disappeared. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Also,
Change form.
I have Eldritch Blast ready to fire out of my scimitar, I guess, toward the thing. Toward whatever. If I see her or one of the dogs, that's the trigger. Eldritch Blast.
You have vision, you have night vision. 60 feet.
Everybody ready?
Yes, you should be good. Next.
Ready.
Does everyone have like an attack ready?
I
Well-
have firebolt prepped.
50-50 shot. This is going to be crazy anticlimactic.
Dark. That's all I can do for a held action without me being in their face.
Darkness?
Dart.
A dart.
Darkness. I'm like, let's.
Darkness.
Charlotte has
No,
darkness.
parents.
It's gonna be so much
I thought
doper
it'd be.
than her person,
It would
too.
just be really funny because she casts darkness to blind everyone, and Rix is like, "Why does everyone look so confused?"
All right.
Sorry, I've been putting last minute preparations on this map.
Oh man, I'm feeling so much anxiety right now. I'm so worried about this fight. If it's even going to be a fight, we're going to be traveling hallways forever, guys.
Yep. She's been making new ones while we've been gone. We're just going to travel those for the rest of the game.
Super dungeon, the super max dungeon.
Should meet Simone.
I've met Simone.
She's halfway to what?
I've heard stories. I've heard stories from you.
Meet Simone's dungeon. It's beautiful and huge. It was the hugest dungeon I've ever seen. Pretty epic.
I don't even know if this is going to work. It's going to be fun. Okay. You guys turn the key.
Wise fixer
You ready for this?
front.
Huh?
Don't toy with us, man.
I assume it's going to be anticlimactic.
We're all kind of prepared for it. That or he's gonna he's gonna have us roll initiative and then we're gonna end.
Ooh,
it's animated.
so foggy.
Or dusty.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Is
Hold
that
on.
this?
Before anybody moves, I want you to know that if you move your token without telling me what you're doing, whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
No take backs. We're playing D&D. I mean, it's cool and all, but you need to tell me when you're going to move forward before you move your token forward. Cool? We cool? We copacetic?
Can I move my
Better.
token to a square? It feels kind of weird not being in a square. Sorry. I'm in a square now.
You're in a square now. You feel better being in a square?
How's that?
So what
How's your
happens
square?
when we open the door
Okay.
when we switch?
Door opens. Billowy, fluffy fog cloud starts to kind of pull into the room. Just
Do we hear anything or?
nothing. It's almost like this. It's almost as they had seen. It's this kind of chalky white dust kind of flows in as the door turns and releases, and just you guys can see down the hallway. It's like some of the lights are blinking as opposed to being like a steady low dim. There's no sounds, but just like the erratic blinking of some of the continual flame lamps that are there. And again, thick clouds of just dust hang in the air.
Is it obscuring our vision?
Perception check.
A little bit, but not as it's not as heavy as you would assume it would be. Yes, you can make a perception check.
Laura, can you smell anything? Like
17.
For the lulls. For the lulls. Give me a second. Yep, that's about right.
About right. About
Mhm.
right.
Yeah. Which could mean that my combat is going to be amazing.
My combat earlier was pretty darn amazing. We'll
You
find
glance
out.
down the hall.
When she's
You don't
not fighting
detect any
herself.
movement. You don't hear anything. Just the big dust clouds that are just kind of lying in the hallways.
we don't.
Here's a look at the group.
Nothing's-
Well,
Do you want me to
Nothing's
go ahead?
actively kicking up this dust.
I was just wondering if Bruce wanted to clear the dust.
Rix, can you see through this?
It's just dusty. I'm saying the same thing
Yeah,
I
but
think.
Do you see through weird stuff?
Alright,
Nix
DM.
is going to go ahead and step
GM.
forward.
GM. No, he goes, I don't. I mean, I just see where the hallway turns, but that's it.
Should I try clearing it?
I think it's worth a shot.
Bruce will use the gust
Nix is
cantrip.
going to pull her mask up over her face.
Yeah, Rix is doing the same. I'm doing the same thing.
You aim your gust cantrip down the hallway. You begin to push back the dust.
All right, I guess Bruce will start moving forward and clearing the dust.
Is it look like the dust is getting cleared, or he's just pushing it away?
Yes. He's pushing it all there, but it's
Is it settling, or is it just kind of like...
Yeah, he's angling his cantrip so it kind of pushes it back and down.
Okay.
So he's creating like a kind of a dusty path going back. At least I'm assuming that's what he's doing. Putting words into my player's mouth, and I shouldn't do that.
Bruce is used to having things put in his mouth. Sorry, I've been
Essentially, I
on
hope.
better behavior for most of the game.
You have been holding back a lot.
Oh, well, my mom's not on my
Yeah, so Gus has a range of 30 feet, so I guess he would 30 feet ahead of him be pushing and then start moving down to when he needs to get more in range.
All right, Nix is going to shadow step to where he's cleared it.
Okay.
Is there any shadows then?
I think it's all lights. So the lights are flickering, so there might be some
The lights
shadow.
are flickering, so she's got
It's
dim
pretty
light.
dark.
She's probably going to have to
She just has
time
to-
it, but...
She just has to wait for the right second.
Maybe it's like pushing against the door and she can
Dun,
feel when she
dun, 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 dun.
Make sure I've got everything on the
Yeah, I
right
guess-
layer, because
Yeah, so yeah, about here. Get cleared away.
I had things on both the map layer and the token layer, so I wanted to make sure I had everything on the right layer that could be pushed off.
No, you're good. You're good. I was trying to help out with that, and then Bruce will step forward. So I guess just let me know. He'll move forward, gust. Move forward, gust. You know.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
guess just let me know.
I'm following behind him.
So Nyx
and-
has shadow stepped to where you've cleared thus far. So Nyx, go ahead and shadow step.
Jalira's gonna send Fixer up. Also. Just
I'm just waiting for Bruce to move, and I
How
follow.
far up is she sending Fixer?
there.
I'm just waiting for everyone to get situated so that we can. Just
First
let me know.
layer of dust, first fog dust clouds moved. Nick's shadow steps. Fixer sent up.
Maybe keep back a little bit.
Both like,
Um,
She just kind of quietly goes up there. She went up there, appeared, and she's gonna go ahead and back up and be like, "It looks like I don't know how to explain it. Rocks are coming in, or
she
giant rock thing. I
dug
don't
her
know.
way out, perhaps?
Or trying. The walls are coming in.
so yeah, he'd push that.
It's like my shadow step's quiet, so
Man.
Give me that range again.
I moved, by the way, Mike.
Okay, I see that.
We'll move. Whose name moves?
By the way, thank you for these animated fog clouds. It's super cool. Though my roll 20 hates me right now.
Oh, is it seizing up?
I'm getting, 90% of the animation before it goes.
All right. I move up again to be more or less next to Fixer, so I can see.
Nyx did as well.
Okay, Bruce is gonna move up so that he can look down the hallway and push out what he can at the same time. All right.
Okay. Moving down to where you are now, you concur with Nyx. It looks like rocks have fallen in to this hallway here. Big, heavy, giant boulders, broken bits of rubble on the floor.
We didn't
And
feel it.
You begin to gust up the hallway.
I follow after. I'm right here next to Nyx.
Can I get a sense of what happened?
Didn't feel an
Some
earthquake.
kind of massive, best guess, massive cave-in. Like the walls buckled, collapsed, rock fell on it, broke it in.
Does it look like there's a way up and out? Or it's just
There
That there would have been.
If there would have been.
No, does not appear to be any up and out spots here.
Like, before the whole thing collapsed. Could it have?
And Bruce will start clearing to the north.
Okay.
Nyx will step forward as well.
Yep. I step forward too. Kind of peeing around the corner.
I'm gonna send Fixer so he can turn down.
You clear the dust off. You see the body of one of the guard dogs lying in the hall.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Scorched and burned. In its mouth, you see the remnants of the second lightning trap that did not disperse when Jalira tried to reach around her trap.
heck yes, Jalira!
Well, you took out one of them.
See, can you move forward?
Oh,
Don't they get better?
yes!
I thought they healed themselves.
This might have done enough damage to completely destroy it. Does it look like it's utterly destroyed as opposed to just broken?
It does look like it's been completely broken. Again, as you approach, you see the doorway with those blue-green, there's rock slide coming out of there as well. And the dog appears to have been under some of that rubble.
Okay. We'll clear the last of it and keep moving up.
I follow behind.
I mean, this
clear the
is
last-
where Sanine tried to blast through.
So I didn't think Z destabilized the rocks.
So last we saw, the dogs were breaking down the door. What is the shape of the door?
I think I need to make sure. Yeah, I was trying to make sure I had the GM layer, the light layer on that. I thought I had turned the door off, but I will turn that off now. The door is destroyed. Like there
Okay.
is no door there anymore.
Where is she?
She's just in there. Mr. DM, I got myself stuck in the wall.
Oh, she's there. I look. Is the door's open? Right?
The door's not there.
Oh, yeah. So I
Bruce,
look
as
down
you
the
clear
hall.
everybody behind you who can see, as you clear the dust from the last bit of the hallway, you see in front of you Allie's cell at the back of the room. You see what looks like Allie still in her cell, still in that hands spread out, eyes closed, almost meditative position. You see rocks scattered about the floor. The chandelier that was above has fallen and crashed to the ground. And as Rix, I think you've... let me see what Rix sees in case you see something.
I see... I don't see the other sides of the room. I just see like a cone shape. Kind of, let me give you... Let me do this.
Again,
like from here to here.
Control L lets you see what your players see, which is really nice.
Yeah. Learn something new every day.
Oh, yeah. No, Jared showed me that. I thought it was the most brilliant thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kiz is stuck in a wall.
I will get Kiz out of the wall in just a second. With that, however, Bruce, you do notice that the big giant trail of magic that had once erupted from her cell and moved about is no longer there.
Is her cell open or closed?
Her cell is... The bars look like they've been bent, almost warped by some falling stones, but it still appears to be closed. And with that, we're going to end our session because it is 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So close to a battle, so close.
Hey, we got to one, okay? We got to one. One of who knows how many. We might run into like a million other things along the way.
I'm counting about 4 right now.
Eyes.
Yeah, we have 4 right now.
Big battles. Like,
Yeah.
these are 4 big bad guys that we're gonna be fighting. That's exciting.
I mean, they are
Thank
bad
you guys
guys, but
for
they
those
are
who've
not
been
the
watching.
Bad
Thank you
guy.
for watching.
We crush his skull like spiderwigs and dies.
If you get an opportunity, come back next week. See you then.